Former Formula One champion Nico Rosberg made a dramatic shift in his career to become a sustainability entrepreneur and investor. Not only has he invested in multiple unicorns, but he's also launched the Greentech Festival, which is looking to radically reinterpret the way we live and do business. So, Nico, you could have done literally anything when you retired from racing. So, why did you choose to invest in startups with a sustainability focus?
Well, there was a whole ocean of options, of course, because I didn't really have a plan when I stopped. But I wanted to do something where I could contribute to society, contribute also in a way of inspiring potentially my two little young daughters through mobility, which is my home. I found this path into sustainability and investing into startups, primarily in mobility. And it's been an exciting journey.
What experience have you brought from your past career into this in investing in the future of mobility?
I think the speed of decision making, because in F1 you don't have time to rethink three times about a potential decision. It's really discuss, come to a conclusion, and act on it. And that's something that I can really bring to the table.
Speaking of opportunities, what types of companies are you interested in investing in?
I love companies, of course, that are driven by a certain sense of purpose, where you see that the founders either really care for their own team, care for society, care for the impact that they're going to generate. That's something that I look out for. Of course, the scalability, potential for making a profit, exits, things like that also come into it. But I like the purpose-driven approach, and we're seeing that much more. Just today, actually, I was talking about to an exciting startup in Paris, fintech, and the founder was really keen on having me as an angel investor as well. One of the angles was that he was asking me if I could help him with team entertainment. That we could maybe do a track day together or something, and that's really cool to see for me then how he really cares about his team.
When you look at the startups you've invested in today, what are some of the standouts?
We've been angel investors in a couple of unicorns now, and then Tier is probably the most successful one, which is our e-scooters out of Germany, and we're leading the way now in Europe.
You're very active in building communities, and you're one of the founders of the Greentech Festival. What is the focus of this event?
So we just finished our world tour. Our flagship is in Berlin, and now we just went New York, London, Singapore, because I think to have impact, it's important to go to the places where you want to generate impact, on a global scale, and not always expect everybody to come to you to Berlin. And that's what we've done.
What are some of the most exciting technologies you've seen come out of the Greentech Festival?
We have an award night, and one of the winners this year, it was called Fantor. That container fills a solar on top, which is foldable also outward. And this container uses solar energy to extract humidity from the air and produce drinkable water. And it can produce up to 10,000 liters of drinking water per day. But still, it was fascinating to see, and such great innovation, and something that can really have a big impact.
Now, you haven't given up racing completely. You're part of Extreme E. What exactly is that?
Yeah, this is a very exciting project. So Extreme E is an electric off-road global racing series. We race to raise awareness for climate change and to help fight climate change. For example, this year we raced in Sardinia, where 20,000 hectares of forest had burned away, biggest forest fire Sardinia has ever seen. So we raced there to show the dramatic state of that they're in, and not only that, but to help with initiatives. So we ourselves planted 3,000 trees, and we're really trying to help them rejuvenate their land there. And this is what we do as a racing series. And the interesting thing is, again, this year, the championship battle was between Rosberg team and Hamilton team, because Lewis Hamilton's team is there as well, and we're fighting for the championship. So it's a great battle that we're having there.
Startup culture is known to celebrate failure, which can make a lot of people uncomfortable. So, what are some of the lessons you've learned from Silicon Valley?
Failure in sports certainly is a big part of it, because you fail much more than you win. And so it's something that I had to learn to deal with. I worked with a psychologist a lot, and whilst failure will always be tough to deal with and feel painful, with my psychologist I made progress in my understanding that in failure very often also lie amazing opportunities. But I still hate failures, so I'm really still trying to avoid them as much as I can. But of course, some of my startups have developed poorly. You know, the ones that I've invested in. That's the nature of investing in startup investing. You have about 50% that either fail or just kind of float along.